Hello and welcome in to part 5 of our Airport CEO playthrough. I am Miss Kinghorn, and today we are cracking on with our airport. So first of all, where we left off last week is our airport line contracts. So we are looking at the differences between the contracts, different types of planes we're going to get, the small, medium and large. At the moment we only have a space for small and medium, so we're looking for the best ones with those, lots of different planes and different options in there. So each different plane on different contract comes with different requirements. They also come with different money that you get for servicing such plane. So I have built 2 contracts there. You will see them down here when we go into the flight planner in just a second. Down here you'll see we have Forest, Air and I think, is that Jupiter Airlines? I can't tell from this angle. So that's my bad. But there are 2 different contracts in there. Now we're just setting up the actual stands for commercial aircraft, because all of our smaller ones here are set for private planes only. We have to wait until they are out of loop for other aircrafts. More staff in here, always needed more staff, simply because there's so many things to do. You can see all of the requirements down in the bottom, but you can see also here the security, there's lots of staff missing. But here we are moving on to toilets. Now we've placed these straight as you go in at the entrance, so as soon as you get past security you can go straight to the loo. No walking to the far ends of the port for that one, so we have both a male and a female toilets in there, either side of our big sort of staff room, kind of office space in there. So toilets, urinals, hand washing, and also hand dryers in there as well. That's going in there nicely, so just a couple of those as well. And then we can open both of those. So we can also set it to just airline passengers, or we can also set it just to staff, or we can set it to both, which is what we have done in here, so that anybody can use that. Now we have our first plane. Now you can see the yellow one at the bottom here is for a small aircraft, and the larger green ones, where there's lots of, are for a larger aircraft, but we only have one small plane coming in at the moment. We will be going back to that many times this episode, and probably many times in the future, where we will be placing more of those. Now the seating here, we're going to just copy those and move that up so that there is lots of seating, so that your passengers, while they're waiting for the aircraft, don't get so tired in there. And obviously, and these larger ones as well, we will be placing some here as well. We may also place some more shops and things in at a later date, but we are not ready for those just yet. But all the way up this middle section in here, we are placing these in there. We will also come back, I think I do it off camera, but I change the colour of all of the seating, which you can do if you right click on an object. It will come up with that little circle sort of taskbar that you can see there, and you can change the colour, you can move it, you can delete it, name it, anything like. And there is our first large aircraft. Now they take a little while to come in, because you have to have such a big gap from that current date time, which is that red line going through there. So there's another 2 aircraft waiting to come in through there. But now we sit down and we wait. So we have got some vehicles in here, but we do need more. So we're going to go over into the vehicle tab. Now for this we do need some pushback vehicles. We also need baggage trucks, although we don't need them necessarily at this point. I tend to get those in there. What else do we get? Pushbacks, stairs, always good for our larger vehicles in there as well. So they will all be arriving in time to help move our first aircrafts when they arrive. But right then, you can see the overall look of this airport is starting to take shape. You can see the main cross section in here, where we are going to have lots of shops, lots of restaurants and things like that coming in, and then the two spears coming off, one for the smaller aircraft and one for the medium aircraft, and we will have more of those coming along the top in the future, which will have larger airplanes on and also more medium ones depending on the needs that we have of our airport. But let's speed it on a little bit here and have a look at the flight planner. Is looking a little bit empty here. There are still lots we can do with it. We can accept more airline contracts, which was something we are going to do in the future. But let's have a look at the aircraft needs. This is our first one we've got in here. So you can see that it has had all of its passengers deboarded, and then they have scheduled it, serviced it in there. It's been refueled, and now we are just starting to hit our boarding passes. The last little red one at the bottom here. The others are greyed out because we don't have them at the moment, so they are things like catering, cleaning, things like that we will get to at a later date in there. But you can see all of the people are getting ready to board this aircraft. There are lots of people already, and the airport is starting to have passengers. It's 101 passengers, I think, and I think another plane has just departed, so there's lots of people leaving the airport in there. It's coming together quite nicely, but we will see in here as that now departs off to, looks like the Highlands of Scotland, the Isles off the top of Scotland. Very nice indeed. Right then, now staff is always going to be a bit of an issue, so we're back in here getting more of those. We will have to see. I always tend to get people when they're in the green. There's a slider from like reds and oranges are not very good qualifications, all the way up to the greens, and the dark greens are the best. But here with the flight planner, you can see you can move forward the days. If there's not enough room for you to schedule that day, you can bump it to the following day or a day in the next week. Now some aircrafts are just singles, so they're only there for that one day. Other times they are repeats, so they come at the same time every day for however long that is in there. Some of them up to a week in here. Now, do you remember when we bought those vehicles earlier on? Yeah, I made a bit of a moo-boo. I did something I do every single time. Instead of getting pushbacks, I got baggage. Yeah, we're not ready for that just yet, so let's just order 2 large and 1 medium pushback vehicles. My bad, should know by now, but we are getting those, and then we'll get that large aircraft pushed out, or medium aircraft, sorry, pushed out of the way, and then so that we can have the one that's needing the stand in there. There you go. That's all we needed, and the other one is going to come straight in to there as well, so you can see the pushback at the bottom, which we needed to complete. More staff. It's one of the two things you'll get used to doing in here is scheduling flights and hiring staff. Yeah, there's a lot of them, but we can now schedule other ones in here. So the green in here is for our large or medium aircraft stands, and the orange is for the bottoms, as we said earlier on. And then so we're just going to schedule a couple more of those, and one of these, which we'll get just in there, coming in at 4 o'clock in the morning. Very bright and early. As you can see here, we need more security. They are ones with the red boxes here in the security depot, chickens, because there's not enough of them, so they are causing problems in there, which probably is not the best going forward to have lax security, but trying to get good people in there is quite difficult. Right then, we need to turn around 5 commercial planes, but that's something that just takes time, so we were going to skip ahead a little bit here, so you can see we have ticked all of those off, and all of that, and all of that, and all of that, and there we go. Now we are ready for the emergency response units. So there are 2 in game. There are the fire and then there are the police in there. So they come with 2 different buildings in here, which are in the security tab. For anyone who don't know, i.e. myself, who goes through every category trying to find them, they are in the security where you would expect to find them. Yeah, right then, they are quite large buildings, I'm not gonna lie. Wasn't really planned and foreseen of where we're going to get them, but we are going to have to juggle them around in here. Not enough space there either, so we're going to go over the back here. So we're going to get the fire in there, the end of the runway. Always good to put a building right at the end of the runway, isn't it? Anyway, yeah, and we're going to place that one there, but you might have already noticed what's about to happen. But we have received a reward of 100,000, I think it's 1 million, wasn't it? And in there, but we're playing Sandbox, so that's fine. So yeah, any of you who have noticed the issue, yeah, it is what it is. It will be moved, don't worry. And voila, that's how you demolition a building. We place it 1 back in here, so another bit of road, and then back to security for the police building in here, which can go nicely there. Now we do have to create some patrols, you'll see those in there, but you can work that out depending on what your airport is like. But it's coming to the end here, so if you have liked this video or this series, then please do give it a big thumbs up and comment down below, and let me know what you think and feel of this airport and how we're getting along. And we are in part 4, crumbs. We are going, no, part 5. Ew, we're even quicker in there. But you can also join me on Twitch, where I'm at MISSKINGHORNBUILDS. I stream 3 times a week over there. You can also subscribe to me here on YouTube and follow me on Twitter as well. I'm at Miss Kinghorn. But until next time, thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to see you all again really, really soon. But until then, alright, bye everyone!